Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Stacy. If my eyebrows look like they were done by a 13-year-old, in my defense, I did not start learning how to apply my makeup until recently, and by recently I mean last few years, but that's besides the point. The Lord says not to judge. But anyways guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a life update and we are in my car. Actually, let me take off this car. Yeah, today's video is a life update and welcome to my vehicle. This is Jerry. I name all of my cars. Not all of my cars, I don't have more than one car and I don't care to ever have more than one car, but this is Jerry, so welcome. We all know the best conversations happen in a car. You know, think back to any person you've ever been close to or any person you're close to right now. Where were the best conversations? In a car. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I've been thinking about, some changes in my life, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. And as many of you guys know, I was diagnosed with multiple accent disorders, so I apologize in advance for the various accents that will pop out throughout the video, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so today's video is going to be informal because it is in my car. I didn't really plan. Let me get rid of that light. I didn't plan the video. It's more of a conversation. It's more of a let's get to know each other by, I don't know, sharing some of the things that we've been thinking about or conclusions that we've come to recently. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and get straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is falling in love with my introverted nature. So if you guys don't know, I am an introvert. Sometimes I can camouflage as an extrovert because people will argue with me saying I am not an introvert, and I'm like, I am. I spend 50 to 70% of my time by myself, and that's because that's how I get energized. In order for me to show up in the world, in order for me to be there for people, I need time by myself in order to recharge. If I'm around people 24/7, I'm going to be like a dead zombie walking. I don't want to say I get drained from social situations or social interactions. That's not the case, because I definitely do get energized from those interactions, but too much of it, I really will. So I've just been falling back in love with my introverted nature, doing things that just energize me, whether learning new things, reading books, learning a new skill, like just random things, spending time just thinking about things from like 30 different perspectives. And also I've come to the point of realization, like, yeah, I'm an introvert and I have to set boundaries with myself when it comes to social interactions. I've been cutting down my phone usage time. I've been cutting down how much social interactions I get, how much social interaction I do, but this has been gradually happening over the last 2 years, and not from a place of isolation or self-isolation, but from a place of, in order for Michelle Stacy Kabenda to show up and be the best person that she can be for society, whether it's family, friends, community, I need to spend time by myself. The whole reason why I can show up and be so positive and be so whatever it is, it's because I filled my cup prior to that, if that makes any sense. So yes, I've been falling in love with my introverted nature and I love it. I love it here. So the next thing that I want to talk about is privacy. So for context, I grew up in a private family. My mom and my dad both always emphasized the importance of a private life, not to be secretive, but the importance of a private life. So from childhood up until 18, I lived a very private life. I had few friends. While I was social, I participated in various things. I lived a private life. In college, same ordeal. I lived a private life, but in college, due to lack of boundaries, all sorts of things, I wasn't as private as I could have been, right? But that's college. So after I left college, as I'm in therapy, I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about what kind of life I see for myself. I in prayer, and you know, my relationship with God be rocky, but it was, privacy was reintroduced back into my life, and I almost felt like I was being called to be a little bit more private with my life. And over the last year or two, I began relearning the importance of privacy, and today I want to talk about that because I see the value of privacy. I see why my parents emphasize its importance while growing up, and let me talk to you guys about some of those things. I do want to reiterate that a private life is not a secretive life. A private life simply means that you live your life silently because you value a quiet life and a peaceful life. Now, I'm just a regular civilian, okay? I just want to put that out there. I'm a regular civilian. So when it comes to privacy, it's nothing more than just wanting a peaceful life. It's nothing more than just wanting a quiet life. I know that the people around me are people that I trust. I know that the people around me are people that are loyal. I know that the people around me are supportive. They're encouraging. I don't have to worry about my words being twisted because I know the people around me. Also, the value of privacy is being able to build things in a way that it has time to mature. I think due to a lack of privacy, it can open doors for judgment too soon. In the beginning of anything, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look right. You're going to look, at least in my experience, I'm not going to look like I know anything about anything. And I've learned the value of silence, and I've learned the value of privacy, that if you allow things to grow, if you allow the seed to be planted and to be nurtured with like sunlight and water and all of the nutrients that it needs in order to grow, from that seed a flower will bloom. And in the same way, that's life. If you just live your life quietly, privately, silently, in time those things will show. But you know, like, if you just allow your life to be, there'll be no wahala. There'll be no wahala, okay? There'll be no issues because the people around you are supportive. They're encouraging. They're not looking at the flaws. They're looking at the potential. Whereas if you open your life up to anyone and everyone, now, I don't know, you better have thick skin. You better have thick skin. But my sister and I often talk about, it's not about having thick skin. A private life, a quiet life is not about being confident. It's not about self-assuredness. You could be private and self-assured. You could be private and confident. You could be private and whatever the word, character trait you want to attribute to it. You can have all of those things. It's just a peaceful life. Anyways, next subject. Yo, my gosh. Whew, I have a lot of energy today. So next thing I want to talk about is processing past failures. So recently, and I was just talking to one of my friends about this, recently I felt paralyzed in a way. I knew what I needed to do, but I wasn't doing it, and I was like, why am I not doing the work that I need to do? And I was getting frustrated because I was just like, this isn't me, what is happening? And then I sat down, grabbed a pen, grabbed some paper, and I journaled. I wanted to uncover, why am I freezing? Why all of a sudden am I not moving forward? Why do I feel this way? And I realized I had a lot of past failures that I have not yet processed. And I didn't realize that past failures were playing into a little bit of self-doubt. It was playing into not wanting to see things through due to a fear of failure, not knowing if things are going to be successful. And I just realized I had, my God, failure knows me. Failure knows me like the back of my hand, right? And I just realized that I was subconsciously focusing on those past failures, being like, if I couldn't do it before, why the hell do I think I'm going to be able to do it now? But I processed that, and I also told myself, even if there's 100 failures, there's 300 successes standing next to those failures. So just changing my mindset around that and reminding myself, while there are things that haven't worked out, there also have been things that have worked out, and to just continue understanding that, yeah, life won't always work out, but it's very important to keep going forward. And then I also changed my mindset. Instead of thinking it as being successful or a failure, I changed my mindset. I started to look at life differently. Instead of seeing it as either success or failure, I started to see it as more of success or an opportunity that has provided space for growth. And that has also helped me process a lot of my past, a lot of previous things. And I'm like, what did I learn from this situation? Everything in our lives is for a purpose, and not to be so caught up in whether or not something worked out. How can I learn from this? How can I grow from this and create such a beautiful life and just become wiser and smarter? And last thing that I want to talk about is walking with God. I haven't really been talking about my relationship with God a lot lately, at least on my YouTube channel, because my relationship with God can be very rocky. Like, sometimes I believe in God, sometimes I don't believe in God. Sometimes I'm all woohoo, yeah, go God. Other times I'm just like, you know. But recently I've just been re-exploring my relationship with God. Over the last year or two, I've deconstructed my faith and also began reconstructing my faith. And what I mean by that, it's just, what do I align with? What don't I align with? What speaks to Stacy? What speaks to Michelle? And what is being told to me? What is being fed to me? And just developing a healthier relationship with God as well. Also finding that balance between what is my imagination and what is God. And just, those are some things that I think about in my quiet times, because I love having a healthy, wholesome life, and my spiritual life also needs to be healthy. So my walk with God lately has just been not one of requests, you know. I mean, you know, sometimes I do pray and I'm like, you know, if you want to give me this, I ain't gonna be mad at it, you know. I am not gonna be mad at it. But I want to try a different approach with my relationship with God and allow it to be one of guidance than one of God do this for me, or one of control. I think some things that I've struggled with in the past was control. I hate the idea of being told what to do. I hate the idea of not having any type of control over my life. And while I have surrendered to God, I want my relationship with God to be a partnership. So my new approach with God is just one of guidance and one of partnership. I want to tell God, these are the things that I want to do with my life. How can I incorporate it into your will for us to bring something beautiful into this world? Whether it's through careers or content creation, or even on a minuscule level with friends or family. How can the will of God just continuously exist in my day-to-day life? And just taking out all of that extra fluff and fluff. I don't think that's a word. I don't think that's a saying, but that extra fluff. I just want my relationship with God to be guidance and partnership. I want it to be healthy. And that's new. It's definitely new. Exploring a relationship. Actually, it's not new. I think this is how I moved with God when I was younger. It was one of guidance and one of partnership. And it's funny that I say that, because I find that who I'm becoming is who I was when I was younger, except this time around I'm confident in who I am. This time around I love who I am. This time around I'm committed to who I am. This time around I'm not hiding who I am. I don't care to be seen or heard. I just live my life for myself. So I find that to be fascinating, honestly. That life is just kind of doing a full circle, except this time I love it here. Anyways, that is off track. That is it for my little life update, you guys. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, where I do my day-to-day. I'm gonna be sharing content throughout my entire life. I'm gonna be sharing content throughout my 20s, so if you want to join me for the journey, go ahead and subscribe. Connect with me on Instagram, on TikTok, follow me and connect with me on LinkedIn. for career progress, and thank you for joining me on this beautiful journey that we call life. Until next time, bye. Actually, next video is going to be a Q3 update. It's going to be a breakdown of Q3 obstacles, setbacks, successes, challenges. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, bye.